Remember Joyce, 70 years old, lives alone, gets her pension credit. The moment she was awarded it, a chain of other benefits clicked into place automatically. And one of them is what we're talking about today. Every winter, Joyce's electricity bill drops by £150. She doesn't apply for it. She doesn't fill in a form. She doesn't make a phone call. It just appears as a credit on her account. It's called the Warm Home Discount. And from the winter of 2025 to 2026 onwards, the rules changed dramatically, meaning around 2.7 million more households became eligible than the year before. 6 million UK households now qualify for this £150. And here's the part that matters. Many of them don't realize they're on the list. They never get the letter. They never get the credit. Their electricity bills come in at full price all winter, while the discount sits there with their name on it. Stay with me, because two things decide whether you actually get this money. The first is a route that no one explains properly, a second door into the scheme that means people not on pension credit guarantee credit can still qualify, including pensioners with a small private pension or savings. The second is a backdating trick that means even if you missed this year's qualifying date, you might still be able to get the discount for the current scheme year, but only if you act fast. Okay, basics. The Warm Home Discount is a £150 rebate on your electricity bill. The next scheme runs from October 2026 to March 2027. The amount is the same as last year. The discount is applied to your electricity account, either as a straight credit if you pay by direct debit, or as a voucher if you have a prepayment meter. If your gas and electricity come from the same supplier, some companies will move the discount onto your gas bill instead. The money is not paid to you in cash. There are two ways to qualify, and they work differently. Let me take them one at a time. Route 1. What the government calls Core Group 1. If you or your partner receive the guarantee credit element of pension credit on the qualifying date, and your name is on the electricity bill, you qualify automatically. The DWP shares your data with your energy supplier. You don't apply. You don't have to do anything. A letter arrives between October and December confirming your discount, and the £150 is credited to your account before the end of March. This is the route Joyce is on, and this is one of the most powerful arguments for sorting out your pension credit if you haven't already, because even if you're only entitled to £1 a week of pension credit, that's enough to put you in Core Group 1. £1 a week unlocking £150 off your energy bill, plus all the other gateway benefits we covered in Video 1. Route 2, Core Group 2. This is where the changes for winter 2025/26 made an enormous difference, and where most people miss out. It's a completely separate door into the scheme, and the eligibility rules just got much broader. For 2025/26, the government removed a rule called the high cost to heat test. Until then, even if you were on a qualifying benefit, you could be refused the Warm Home Discount unless the government's model said your home was expensive to heat. That rule is gone. From October 2025 onwards, if you receive one of these qualifying benefits and your name is on the bill, you automatically qualify. The list is universal credit, housing benefit, income-related employment and support allowance, income-based job seekers allowance, income support, and, pay attention here, the savings credit element of pension credit on its own, without guarantee credit. That last one is genuinely important, because many pensioners receive savings credit rather than guarantee credit. They're slightly above the guarantee credit threshold, but they were rewarded for having saved for retirement. Until the rules changed, many of them missed out on the Warm Home Discount because of the heating cost test. Now they're in automatically. If that's you, this is genuinely new money. In England and Wales, this is entirely automatic. The DWP data matches with energy suppliers, and the discount lands on your account. You don't have to apply. In Scotland, the rules work differently. I'll come back to that in a moment. Now, the open loop I planted at the start, the backdating trick. Pay attention here, because this is where real money is hiding. Every year, the government picks a qualifying date, a single day on which you must be receiving your qualifying benefit. For winter 2025/26, that date was the 24th of August, 2025. For winter 2026/27, the qualifying date hasn't been officially confirmed yet, but it will be a similar date in late August 2026. If you weren't on pension credit on that day, you don't get the warm home discount that winter. Simple, but pension credit can be backdated by up to 3 months. So if you apply for pension credit before the cutoff, which is roughly 3 months after the qualifying date, so late November in most years, and your award is successfully backdated to cover the qualifying date, you can still qualify for the warm home discount for that scheme year. That's a window of opportunity most people don't know about. It means, even if you only just realized you might be eligible for pension credit, even if it's already October or early November, you may still be able to get this winter's £150, but only if you act quickly. The clock starts ticking from the qualifying date. If that's you, the order is, phone the pension credit claim line 0800-991-234G and apply now. Crucially, you have to explicitly request backdating because pension credit doesn't backdate automatically. Tell them you want your claim backdated to cover the warm home discount qualifying date. That single phone call could turn into £150 off your bill this winter, plus 3 months of pension credit you would have lost. We're potentially talking about over £1,000 from a 20-minute conversation, right? Quick myth busts. I have to apply for the warm home discount. In England and Wales, you don't. It's automatic, both for Core Group 1 and Core Group 2. In Scotland, Core Group 1 is automatic, but the equivalent of Core Group 2, called the broader group, does require you to apply directly to your supplier. I'm on a prepayment meter, so I won't get it. Yes, you will. You'll be sent a top-up voucher instead of a direct credit, by post, email, or text. You have 90 days to redeem it, usually at a post office or pay point. Don't ignore it. If you lose it, your supplier can reissue it. I switched suppliers, so I've lost it. Possibly, but possibly not. The rule is that you had to be with a participating supplier on the qualifying date and named on the bill. If you switch to a non-participating supplier after that, you may still get the discount from your original supplier. Call them. If you switched before the qualifying date, you may have lost it for that year. My electricity is included in my rent. Then you generally can't get the standard warm home discount because you don't pay a supplier directly. The exception is the Park Homes warm home discount, a separate scheme for permanent park home residents who pay their site owner for electricity. That's run by an organization called Cherish Grants on behalf of energy suppliers, and you have to apply each year. It's first come, first served, so don't delay if you're eligible. Now, what should you actually do? If you're in England or Wales and you receive one of the qualifying benefits, most of you don't need to do anything. Make sure your name is on the electricity bill, that you're with an energy supplier who participates in the scheme, and wait for the letter between October and December. Most large suppliers do participate. The rules now require any supplier with more than 1,000 domestic customers to take part. If you're with a small supplier and you're unsure, check on gov.uk or call them directly and ask. If you don't receive your letter by mid-January, that's the time to act. There's a warm home discount helpline you can call to check your eligibility. The deadline to contact the helpline for any given scheme year is the end of February. After that, your window closes. If your discount hasn't been applied by the 31st of March of the scheme year, call your supplier first. They may have it queued. If they can't help, You can write to the official Warm Home Discount Scheme address that appears in your confirmation letter. If you live in Scotland, the route depends on which group you're in. If you're on Pension Credit Guarantee Credit, it's automatic, the same as England and Wales. But if you fall into the broader group, anyone on Universal Credit, housing benefit, or other qualifying low-income benefits, you have to apply directly to your energy supplier. Each supplier opens applications when the scheme starts, usually in October, and they operate on a first-come, first-served basis. Funding is limited. So if you live in Scotland and you're in the broader group, the rule is, the day the scheme opens, apply. Don't wait. People who delay get nothing, simply because the money runs out. The good news: the Scottish Government has announced that for the winter of 2026/27, around 250,000 additional households in Scotland will be moved to the automatic core group route. That means many people who previously had to apply won't need to anymore. But until that fully takes effect, the safe assumption in Scotland remains: apply early. One protection before we close, because where there's money, there are scammers. The real Warm Home Discount Scheme will never text or email you asking for your bank PIN or your password. They will never ask you for an upfront payment. They will not call you out of the blue asking for personal details. Genuine communications come either from your electricity supplier or from the official scheme by letter. If anything else turns up, it's a scam. Hang up. Delete it. So, 2 things to do. First, if there's any chance you might be eligible for pension credit and you're not already on it, that single benefit unlocks not just the Warm Home Discount, but council tax help, housing benefit, free dental treatment, the free TV license if you're over 75, and several other things. Get on pension credit, and an enormous chain of other money opens up. The number is 0800-991234. The full pension credit walkthrough is our first video on this channel. Second, send this video to one person. Specifically, send it to anyone you know who's on a low income or a pensioner and who hasn't mentioned getting a Warm Home Discount letter this winter, because the people most likely to miss out are the people who don't know to expect the letter in the first place. Today, you could be the one who tells them. Now, about that other winter payment. You might remember the year the winter fuel payment disappeared. In 2024, the government took it away from millions of pensioners and restricted it just to those on pension credit. The country didn't take it well. For the winter of 2025/26, they brought it back to all pensioners over state pension age, but with a catch most people haven't noticed. If you earn above a certain threshold, the winter fuel payment is now quietly clawed back through your tax. Most pensioners have no idea this happens or how to tell whether it's going to happen to them. That's the next video. The winter fuel payment, the U-turn, and the rule that quietly takes it back from you if your income is too high. Subscribe so it lands in front of you, because every April these rules change, and the people who stay informed are the ones who don't get left behind. This channel is for general information only. We are not affiliated with the DWP, HMRC, or any government body, and nothing here is personal financial advice. All figures are current at the time of recording and can change, so always confirm your own situation at gov.uk or with a free advisor such as Citizens Advice or Age UK.